And on the mound for Kansas City in this one, Noah Cameron. How about a report on him, Chris?
Well, Boog, expect to see the ball in play with this guy on the mound. He's not exactly a big strikeout guy, so that means the defense will need to stay sharp. He's looking for soft contact, so communication is going to be key in this one.
Just about to get started. Austin Martin digs in now.
16, Austin Martin. First pitch, 111.
And he lays down a bunt. Not in time.
No, he's safe.
Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
That's a fun way for them to start the game on offense, and thanks to a little small ball, they produce a base runner right away. And we'll see if this is part of the game plan for them today or if they just took advantage of an early opportunity.
There's the strike.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
Martin aboard here at first with nobody out. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Cameron goes 6 feet 3 inches, 220 pounds, and he was drafted in the 7th round in 2021. Here's a 1-2. Just misses with that one. That missed by a lot, and the count is filled up.
So here we go. Base runner at first, could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
Hit on the ground might be 2. There's 1 over to first.
No, he's safe.
Batting third, the second baseman, Luke Keeschel.
1 out man at first. And now for the Twins, Luke Keeschel. Right through there for a strike. Step off throw to first.
He's in there.
Buxton back in there.
Outside, that's a ball.
The lefty ready, and a 1-1.
There's
a strike. And a swing and a miss. 2 away.
Batting fourth, the right.
Take a look at the lineup. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out, a lot of lift and separate, Chris.
Well, we know hitters are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you know, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes.
Buxton on the run.
Ball,
Pitch
inside.
misses inside. Throw bounces,
He's in there.
and
He's
he's in there safely with the stolen base. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
Man at second. Runner goes again. Pitch in for a strike. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away.
Very risky right there to try to steal third with 2 outs and a left-hander at the plate. I mean, there's an open lane for that catcher to throw down, but he gambled. Now he's at third, 90 feet closer. Perhaps a ball in the dirt that gets away from the catcher, and they pick up a run.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. The Royals will get their chance now in a scoreless ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. We go to the bottom of the first, and today on the hill, Joe Ryan. What do you look for here?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
And that one fouled off. Deal one. In the air to left center. Buxton on the move to the alley. He's got it. And a quick out, number one. Okay, let's check out the lineup. With an excellent arm on the mound, Singy, this won't be easy. They'll need to take advantage of the opportunities that they do have.
You're right about that, Boog. Odds are they won't have many chances against this guy, but if they can rattle him out of the gates, they'll have a shot. If not, look out. It might be a long day for this offense.
Here's Bobby Witt Jr. He's a rising star and one of baseball's dynamic young talents.
Yeah, he's got a great mix, plays hard, plays fast, and he's become the leader in the clubhouse.
That's a ball.
One now. Swings through that. The shortstop takes a ball. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Got him looking. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Just missed.
That's just out.
And the call stands. It was indeed a ball. That knocks them down to one challenge left. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And that's the inning. Scoreless after one. Back here in Kansas City, and now the Twins catcher, Ryan Jeffers. This one smoked on its way out of here. He wastes no time on this one, and the Twins have the lead now. It's 1-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at-bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
That one missed.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here at the top of the second.
That's a ball.
Eric Summersgill, our plate umpire.
One thing to watch out for, Boog, is what side of the plate Summersgill might be favoring. He usually sets up at an angle. Pitchers sometimes will try to figure that out early so they can attack that spot and get as many strike calls as possible.
Just missed. That's in here at the knees, and it's strike two. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Vic Caratini at the plate. A switch hitter batting right. On the ground. Witt. Throws to first in time.
Batting in, the third baseman, Royce Lewis.
Now a high fly ball out to left center. Collins on the move. Brings it in, and that is that. Royals strike first on this solo homer. It's an early 1-0 lead. This is an AL Central showdown right here on MLB The Show. Back here at Kauffman Stadium, bottom half of inning number 2, Salvador Perez steps in for the Royals. That one fouled off. And that's outside, and it's 1-1.
That's ball two.
Swung on, popped up left side. Takes it in for the out.
Batting fifth, the catcher, Carter Jensen.
That one misses, and that is ball one. Foul ball there. The 1-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. The 1-2. That's inside. Fly ball down the line. And it's a foul ball. but it had the distance.
That was a nice bid right there to try to tie up this ball game. Just couldn't keep it from bending foul. He looked locked in on that swing. Pitcher better be careful with him right now.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Boog, if you can set up a good two-strike splitter with the fastball on the previous pitch, it's going to be so tough to recognize and adjust your swing to get a piece of it. Clearly had him reaching for it right there.
Jonathan Indy at the plate. Check swing, and he went. Strike one. Two down, nobody on. And that's a fair ball. Around first, digging for two. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for two. Inning over.
Batter tried to stretch that one into a double, but he wasn't about to let that happen. Nice job to get to the ball and fire that one into second just in time to get the out and end the inning.
On to the third inning, and now for the Twins, Brooks Lee. That one's upstairs, ball one. To the left side, but it is well foul.
Nope, outside.
Pulls that one foul. Battling here as he fouls it away. Fly ball down the line. And that one is foul, so we'll try it again.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Goes down looking for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Yeah!
The 0-2. And that skips in the dirt. In the air, right field, Caglione coming on, and there's 2 away.
Up next to the Twins, the center fielder, number 25.
Here's Byron Buxton. 0 for 1. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. And that's off the inside edge. Ball one. Inside, just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Twins are set down 1-2-3. They lead it 1-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And to the plate for Kansas City, Jack Caglione. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Right through there for a strike. Stays alive. And the 0-2. Way inside, gets out of the way.
Well, you've got to establish the inside part of the plate early, and that sends a message not just to this hitter, but to the rest of the lineup as well.
Just off the outside edge. Ball 2. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
The 0-1.
Nope.
Caglione gets his lead at first with nobody out.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone.
Goes to second for 1. On to first, double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
And now it's Kyle Isbell.
Aye.
The 0-1.
Inside, ball 1.
There's a strike. On the ground to the left. No play. That's an infield single.
With 2 outs, you just want to find a way to keep the line moving for the next guy. So an infield single right there does the job. Nicely done, just putting it in play and getting down to first to keep this inning alive. You never know what might come next as a result.
I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Pitch misses, and that's ball 1. Next offering is fouled back. And a ball and 2 strikes. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That one
Ball
drifts
in.
inside.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Wallner on the move to the gap. And that's the third out. Royals leave one. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Back here in Kansas City, and now for the Twins, Luke Keeschel. Tap foul at the plate. Oh, 2 now. Ball one there. And that one ripped to left. Collins takes it in for the out. One down.
Up next to Minnesota, the right fielder, Matt Wallner.
Ball, that's down.
On the ground to short. Witt. On to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th.
Up next for the Twins, the catcher, Ryan
2 outs,
Jeffers.
base is empty. Ryan Jeffers at the plate.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at bat.
Swing and a
That
ground
ball's
ball and foul ball. The 0-1.
Ball, that's outside.
Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. That misses
Ball
the
2.
zone. 2-2. Garcia. Throw is high and over his head. Doesn't get too far away, so no one moves up.
Up next for
Just kind of
Minnesota,
sailed that
the
throw and
designated
pulled it
hitter,
across his
Josh
body towards the right
Bell.
field side of first base, and usually that means the fielder just didn't square up his shoulders to the target, and I think that throw had just as much to do with his footwork as anything else.
That one is absolutely belted. And that gets down in the corner. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The relay. And he's out.
Yeah, on the tag.
Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Man, I think his legs are feeling good in this one. He really tried to stretch it there to go from first all the way to home, but he ran out of steam a little bit as he came around third. Great relay from the defense, a quick tag at the plate, and they cut down the run.
Bottom of the 4th. So up now for Kansas City, Bobby Witt Jr. And that is out of play. Right through there for a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. He's there. He's got it. 1 away.
Up next,
And
for the
here's a look
Royals,
at how he's using
the
his
first
pitches in
baseman,
this one.
number 9, Vinny Pasquantino.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball one.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
And the 1-0. Right through there for a strike.
That's out.
Home team down a run. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. In the air to left center. Buxton on his way over. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Royals, the designated hitter.
Singy, he made a tough play after a long run to get to that baseball. I have a feeling you want to see it again with StatCast.
Absolutely, and what was so key was that first step, Boog. It was a good one, and it's got to be. And if you're going to be able to cover 125 feet to run that ball down, and you know, not a lot of outfielders in this league are able to make that play or even make it near consistently.
Salvi steps into the
Ball.
box now.
That's inside.
Two down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss. That one close, ruled a ball. Ball 2. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep their remaining challenge. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Got him swinging. That K is his 3rd of the game. Royals go down 1-2-3. They're down 1-0. Back here at Kauffman Stadium. And now for the Twins, Victor Caratini.
Ball 1.
Out to short, Witt. To first, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Up next for the Twins, the 3rd baseman, Royce Lewis.
Ball.
This one popped up. India moving under it. Out number 2. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Lee.
Now it's the shortstop, Brooks Lee. He's 0 for 1. And that misses. And it's 1-0. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. That one pushed foul. Two down, nobody on. Sets him down looking. So he picks up his sixth strikeout of the ball game. Down go the Twins in order, but they lead it 1-0. Bottom of the inning, and to the plate for Kansas City, Carter Jensen.
Nope.
Ground ball left
that's
side,
foul.
and that's just foul. In the air, right field, pretty well struck, carrying well, and it bangs off the wall. Throws to second, not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
And that one is lifted in the air. Wallner turns to the right on the move. He's got it, and there's one down.
Up next for the Royals, the right fielder, number 14.
So now with one away and a man at second, Jack Caglione getting ready to hit. Picked up a base hit to center his first time up. Check swing, and he went. Strike one. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. He's got it. Two away down.
Up next for the Royals, the left fielder, number 1, Isaac Collins.
Outside.
Ball, that's out.
And that's ball one. Man on second, two down. Pitch kicks away. Throw into third. There's the tag. They get him. And that's the inning. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in a close one, and a look now at some of the biggest plays from the game. So up next,
Leading off for
Austin
the
Martin.
Twins, the left fielder, Austin Martin.
Come on, Royals, let's go.
And the
That's a
first
ball.
pitch misses for ball one. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep both their challenges. Here comes the 0-1. That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
It's so hard to slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle approach.
Gets a piece and stays alive. The 0-2. And that skips in the dirt. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. On to first. In time to get him. One away in the strikeout.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
Foul ball. That one hammered, but pulled foul. And they'll do it again. This one in the air, center field. Isbell on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's two away.
The batter number 50, second baseman, Luke.
Now it's going to be Luke Keeschel. That pitch clips the outside corner. 0-1.
Well, in an 0-0 count, not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
And a foul ball. Outside.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
In the air, fairly deep to right field. Reaching for it and brings it in. Twins retired in short order, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Back here in Kansas City, bottom of the 6th, Isaac Collins steps in for the Royals. Out to short, Lee. Fires to first on the run. In time, got him.
Up next for the Royals, the center fielder, number 28, Kyle Isbell.
Bunting for a hit. Barehand scoop to first. And that's a great play for the out.
Man, he made that look easy, didn't he? I mean, there's nothing simple about that play, Boog, especially when you break it down. But right there, everything was done in one fluid motion to deliver a strike over to first just in time for the out. I tell you, I could watch that all day.
So the Royals batting order turns over. Michael Garcia now at the plate. And that's downstairs. And that is ball 1. Two down, nobody on. There's a strike. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Martin settles under this one, and that ends the inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. Back after this on the show.
Now pitching for the
Well, new
Royals,
pitcher will be the lefty
25,
Matt Strahm.
Matt Strahm. Leading off for Minnesota, the right fielder, Matt Warner.
Nope.
Moving
Ball
in the
one.
bullpen, Steven Cruz. The hard-throwing righty is up and loosening. Ursig getting loose as well. The lefty, the 1-0. On the ground to third. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Up next for the Twins, the catcher, Ryan Jeffers.
Here's the catcher, Ryan Jeffers. He launched a solo shot back in the 2nd inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off on the right foot.
Ball.
Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so a changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
Here's a 1-1. And that's
Ball,
outside.
that's off the plate.
That one ripped, but foul. And the 2-2. That one out to right. And there are 2 down.
Up next for Minnesota, the designated hitter, Josh Bell.
That's a
a ball.
little bit low. And on further review, it was a strike. So they've still got both their challenges. Close,
Ball 1.
but called a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Strahm, 34-year-old vet, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in the state of North Dakota. Two down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Good job to fight that one off. 1-2 now. Fights it off. He'll see another. Two down, nobody on. Just
that's
off
off the
the
plate.
inside
Ball 2.
edge. And that one moves his feet.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Payoff pitch. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Grinding AB right here, about to see pitch number 10. Struck him out looking. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Nothing doing here for the Twins, but they still lead it 1-0. Set for the last half of the 7th. So up now for Kansas City, Bobby Witt Jr.
Witt Jr.
And fouled off. Swings through that one. Minnesota's bullpen with some action. Anthony Banda, the lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Topa, the right-hander, also getting loose. Looking to get the tying run on base. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Battling here as he fouls it away. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. I mean, you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 1. The Twins holding on to a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th.
Ball inside.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Caratini steps on the bag, got him.
The designated hitter, Salvador.
And now it's Salvador Perez to the plate. Infield shifted to the pull side. Next pitch misses inside. And 1-1. Just missed.
Outside.
And there's a ball.
Inside.
Carter Jensen in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Goes down looking. Another scoreless inning, and now that's 7 shutout frames. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show.
Now pitching for the
Steven
Royals,
Cruz
number
into the game.
64.
Gets an opportunity to square off against his former team, so I wouldn't be surprised if he came out a little extra jacked up right here.
Pitcher, Caratini.
Just off the outside edge. Ball 1.
Ball 2. Ball that
Just
time.
missed. Swing and a miss. 3-2 now.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle. But I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Payoff pitch. Ground ball right
No,
side,
foul ball.
and it goes just foul. Three-two. And he walked him.
Ball 4.
And after that long battle, he's aboard representing the tying run.
The third baseman, Royce.
Here's Royce Lewis. And a foul ball. The 0-1. And there's the strike. Activity in the bullpen. John Schreiber preparing to come on if needed. Caratini gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. The 0-2. Struck him out. Really fooled him with the breaking ball there.
Well, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 counter. You're just hoping for a mistake somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
Yeah.
The 0-1. Way inside. Gets away. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
You know, sometimes it takes a reliever a little time to get comfortable with the mound out there, especially when they come in trying to be nasty with every pitch they throw. Not exactly what they were looking for when they called him in, though. We'll see if he can settle down.
And that one gets past the catcher. Throw comes into third. He's in there.
Well, he's got nobody to blame but himself. With one out, a runner on third can come home all sorts of ways now. That's why, as a pitcher, you have to execute pitches even better when there are runners on base.
The 1-2. In the air to left center. Collins coming on. And he makes the catch. Runner tags for home. The relay to the plate. And he's out.
Right there.
Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Man, you don't see that very often. Tried to score, tagging from third. It seemed like it was deep enough, but what a relay throw to the plate to just get the ball there in time to end the inning.
Now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the eighth. Anthony Banda.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Leading up.
Well, one-run game. Carter Jensen getting ready to hit. 1 for 2. Breaking ball
Inside, ball one.
inside. And it's 1-0. Action in the pen down there. Taylor Rogers, the closer, getting cranked up for a possible save opportunity. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. One up, one down.
The batter, number 6, second baseman, Jonathan India.
The Twins trying to hold a one-run lead here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. And that one is in for a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
Backed off the plate that time. The 1-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. This to center field. Brings it in with a nice running grab. 2 down.
Up next for the Royals.
Now a pinch hitter coming on for the Royals. Starling Marte looking for a 2-out spark with the bases empty. There's a strike. 95 of that one. Two down, nobody on. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. KC down in order. They trail here 1-0. Back here at Kauffman Stadium, we go to the 9th. Austin Martin digs in now.
Ball.
Activity in the Kansas City bullpen. Alex Lang getting loose out there. Into center. Makes the grab on the run. And there's one down.
Up next for Minnesota, the center fielder, number 25. Byron Buxton.
Ball one.
The 1-0. On the ground.
Foul ball.
And foul ball. The 1-1. Right through there for a strike. Popped in the air out towards left center. And there's 2 down.
The batter, number 50, second baseman, Luke Keyshaw.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Steven Cruz out of the game, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching for the
New pitcher in the game for the Royals, Lucas Ursig.
Well, I got to think he probably has a little extra in the tank facing his former team, and there's not a player in the league that doesn't get a little extra motivation when he plays against his old squad.
Luke Keeschel, the next Twin up to hit. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball one.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the ninth, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
And that one did find the strike zone, so they get to hang on to their second challenge. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
This one lifted in the air, left field. Collins in position, and that'll do it. Twins are set down 1-2-3, but they're on top 1-0.
Now pitching for the
Here comes the closer here in the ninth, Taylor Rogers. A chance at his first save of the year.
Leading up for the Royals, the left fielder, number 1, Isaac Collins.
Gets the strike. That was the sweeper. One-run game, bottom 9. Yeah, that's fouled off. That one missed.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. I really think the outer half is open.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Walner on his way over. And there's one down.
Up next for the Royals, the center fielder, number 28.
Now a pinch hitter coming on for the Royals, Lane Thomas.
And he would be the tying run, Boog, so we may see him try to launch one if he gets a good pitch to handle.
Went with the sweeper, but it misses. The Twins trying to close out a 1-run lead, and the home team trying to pull it out. That's to third. He gets to it with a slide. Over to first. And very nicely done for the out.
We saw a few skills on display there for the out. Technique was great. Reaction time was there. And the slide was smooth. Watching that play come together was really fun.
So they're down to their final out. Here's the third baseman, Michael Garcia. 0 for 3 in this one. Rogers looking for his first save of the year.
0-1.
Just missed. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Nope. That's inside.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the last half of inning number 9. And there's a ball.
Big pitch coming right here. Last thing he wants to do is put the tying run on base, but he can't groove one either.
3-1 is on the way. There's the strike. 95 of that one.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Stays alive. Three and 2. Payoff pitch. Three balls, 2 strikes the count. And he walked him. And he represents the tying run on base after that hard-fought walk.
Bobby Witt Jr.
off
Ball.
the
That's
inside
inside.
corner. Ball one.
Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that, keep the line moving to a walk or just a base hit. But you got to stay within yourself.
And another ball. Step off, throw to first.
No, he's in
and he's
there.
back in on a dive.
Well, at least you got the pitcher thinking a little bit. You don't want to run yourself out of the ball game. You get thrown out or picked off, it's over.
2-0 to count. Here it comes.
That's ball three.
Home plate umpires try to tighten things up a little bit.
Vinny Pasquantino in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And there's the automatic. And that one misses outside. It's ball four. And now the winning run is on base.
For the Royals, the first baseman, number 9, Vinny Pasquantino.
Big spot here, bottom of the ninth. Down to their final out. Vinny Pasquantino steps in for the Royals. Trying to deliver as the hero. Towards first. And that is the ball game.
Well, this one was all about the pitching and defense. Outstanding job of the pitchers, really attacking hitters, trusting what the catcher was putting down, and trusting the players standing behind him to make the plays defensively. Sometimes you want to see a high-scoring game, but sometimes you can appreciate the artistic beauty of what these pitchers did on the mound today.
The final 1-0 for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi saying so long